Thank you for tuning in to another one for exciting, finna blow your mind. Shit, if we blowing out backs, you already know where we at. Episode of Life in the Couch podcast. And guess what? The crew is here. Guys, I miss you motherfuckers. Oh my God.
It's so great to be back.
The love is real.
It's great.
Of course, it's your boy MP here as always. My man to the right.
Mr. Gray.
And the lady of the couch.
And it's Joy.
And videographer with the most. Did I say that word right?
Videographer.
Videographer.
You gonna get it.
It's Brittany. I'm gonna just talk like her just because she doesn't have to know it's Brittany, okay?
And we got a special guest. Y'all might have seen her on that new video. We don't know. Y'all might have heard on that track.
I was like, hold up now. It ain't hit my phone yet.
Motherfucker get nervous.
We ain't dropping no bombs on camera.
You might have seen on that. You might have heard on that new track called "It Don't Exist."
Can we not scare
might have did that.
I might have
heard that.
Sounds familiar.
Can we not
Yeah,
scare
real
the
nervous.
I got hot.
Let's introduce. Hey, how you want the name?
Brianna, say if I got my hair long, Chef Boy
All right,
Bree,
no.
2
Hey,
eyes
welcome
if
Bree
you
to
on
the couch.
Instagram.
She said,
Chef Boy Bree on Insta with
Damn,
2 eyes.
okay, catch me if you can.
She said,
Bree.
my name
Shit.
is U.S.
Goddamn.
Nah, she hit the radio like Candace BKA, AKA. Do y'all remember that?
She needed a
radio station.
God damn. You call me Bree if I got gym shoes on. Bree with the heels. You feel me?
I mean, shit.
AKA
Catch on to it.
Bree,
Eventually.
BKA,
Oh, they'll catch
Brianna.
on eventually.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, welcome Bree to the couch, guys. But since you got any other extra stuff you want to add on to your introduction besides your aliases?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. I mean,
No,
she
thank
finna
you.
talk a lot of shit.
I am.
She gonna save it.
Of course, as always, thank y'all for watching us on motherfucking YouTube. As always, true. Make sure y'all subscribe. So hit that subscribe. What's so funny? Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. It's gonna say subscribe. When you hit it, it's gonna like unhighlight and it's gonna say subscribed. So that means you subscribe. So
Thank you for that. I really be needing that. So I'm like tech.
Why
That
are you
ED be
attacking us?
fucking her up.
So
Can we just
I'm not tech savvy.
So
So
it's all
thanks.
right.
Keep
We
it
here for
rolling.
you. We got you.
Keep it
And
rolling.
make sure y'all are tuned in to us. Hearing wise, we have a hearing capability recordings. We do these on Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Oh, you
Sorry.
messed
I
up.
did. I definitely did. All right.
They gonna hear that crack.
Oh,
They gonna hear that crack.
God. All of that
Y'all,
setup.
it's been a while. We're a little
Guys,
rusty.
This mic is just...
Okay.
We
no,
were supposed
you
to
can definitely for those visually impaired that can hear.
God
sure you
damn.
are subscribed to us
They
to
ain't got Braille on
App-
the phone. They can't find it anyways.
That is true. Good one, G. That's motherfucking. Black lives matter. Black ears matter.
For the people. For the people.
Make sure y'all subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and Spotify
Bye.
for all your listening pleasures. So
God,
we
so
finna jump right into it because I realize it seems like everybody's a little thrown off by my comical genius.
I'm just second guessing this whole thing.
Like, they got any
That's all.
fights
That's
in
all.
the morning?
That's all. You know.
What'd you say?
Oh, jeez.
What?
We have to make
Happy
it.
Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Cheers.
Happy Thursday.
Thursdays.
Where-
Why are you doing that?
what
That is so weird.
Y'all ain't
Don't
never,
do that.
y'all ain't never seen
It looked like you were milking a giant cow. Don't do that.
It looked like you were.
First of all, I ain't-
some
nah.
real tea.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You like, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle,
Stop
wiggle.
it.
Touch the hiney.
You know what? That brings us into the segment. So for this episode,
Milking a cow brings us. Please explain it. Please.
That's a great
Please,
segue. I love how you
please,
did that.
He said
So-
2 plus 2 equals
okay,
5.
so-
Cow, right.
okay, so the milking the cow goes into sexual double. I
does.
said that word so bad. Sexual double standards for male and female.
We all sanitized before this episode.
Yes. So if I,
Physically and
I
spiritually.
feel as if I'm being punked. Where is what does that have to do with what we're talking about?
I thought she
First
was
of all,
I swear to God,
It
I was
didn't, but now it does.
no, I was gonna roll with it because
It's
I'm
all
like,
relevant.
I was gonna roll with it because I'm
all
like, that
relevant.
means we have clean hands when we touch the bodies when we're in sexual.
I shouldn't have
When
smoked
we
that
touch
extra blunt
the
before
cow.
Yes, you should have.
Yes.
Okay, so So I'm just
Let him go.
all right.
Okay.
So the cow, the milking of the cow, you
So
feel
the milking of the
has
cow is
Stop it, kid.
touching
sexual.
because you touching a nipple. Okay.
but
Now-
it's like a So but it's
Listen.
it's like a.
Linda, listen, Linda. Okay.
Mhm.
So you touching a nipple,
Mhm.
which goes into what is male and female, or male, female. We touch nipples.
And a nipple is a nipple.
The nipple
and
is
there's
a
a
nipple.
stigma with the nipple touching.
It is.
There's the double standard.
There is. There is.
Dun dun dun.
I didn't
Wait,
even
there
know
is?
that.
Yes,
I
there
didn't know
is.
that.
She
Wait,
said, I know all about
what's
the double standards on
Like
the titties.
that guys.
That guys are
don't-
not allowed to feel pleasure in their nipples. So like some guys are like, I don't want my nipples touched. Like that's gay. But I know guys who like
Shit.
would rather you touch their nipples than like give them head. So it's like
That's a little much.
Hold on, wait, that's
It's-
a little
That's a little, that's a
I-
little much.
Yeah,
But
they exist.
They exist.
So I'm just saying,
They
but I mean, it's a
exist.
whole spectrum. I'm just saying, my point is that nipples are nipples. They're nerve endings on everyone, so it's going to, feel good no matter who it is. But there are men who feel like, and women who feel like it's a stigma, like women won't touch men's nipples.
yeah, I
Men
knew,
don't like
I
their
knew,
nipples
I knew.
touched.
I actually came in contact
So,
with a woman
you know.
who did not like, who wouldn't like have anything.
I guess
to do
that's
with
a
my
double
nipples.
standard.
Like I asked her, she was like, "Oh, that's weird. You like your nipples played with?" And I was like, "The fuck?"
Yeah,
Nigga, that shit is
yeah.
great. Right, like Tony
So-
the Tiger.
Right. So I do know that exists, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's just weird.
So I guess it's more so. Of
I
a
just feel like
stigma.
there's like what guy like I just want to sit a guy like be like I know you lying. Nigga.
just go ahead.
Feel pleasure.
Come out.
Right?
We all
You
know,
it feels
right?
good.
It feels
Like it's
good.
okay. Like
It's
Okay,
just
but-
a nipple. Like I don't understand
Okay.
why women are allowed to like, and men are just like, men are allowed to like, men, please
play with mine.
Please
get your nipples.
Get your nipples sucked.
Let them have attention.
Well,
okay.
suck is a little too much. That's a little.
What?
That's-
What?
no,
I
do
mean,
it.
all right, first
Do
off,
it.
how are you gonna give a double
All of
standard to
that.
the double standard?
Right.
You can only pinch the nipple. What can you do? Twist it?
Okay,
Bop it,
okay, you
spin
right,
it?
you right.
So have you ever had this? You never had your nipple sucked, have you?
Suck. Let me think.
Yeah, you
He ain't never had it.
have. Yeah, you have.
I have.
Here comes
That's what you
Mr.
said.
Vanilla,
Hey, first of all,
painting the town white.
first of all,
Damn.
hey, never mind. That's for another conversation.
Oh wait, that
Is it? Because
I thought about.
we went from milking titties
Yeah,
to
I
double
know, I
Hey, that was
did.
a Chris Paul. But
That
you know
was
what I'm saying?
me.
I just brought it back now.
I
Kicked
know.
it back. We're gonna run the offense. We're gonna run the offense.
My bad. I should not have said that.
I just took it back down, kicked it back to the guard. We're gonna run
Barf.
the offense again. But no. Okay.
Barf.
All right. I got two things. I'm gonna start with the second one. The second one. So the second one is, I don't know. I actually prefer the lick than the suck, because then it's like you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know. I ain't got much titty meat, so it's like it's a little more
You're
stinging.
talking about sucking the titty. It's a nipple.
So like it
It
hurt.
have nothing to do with how much meat you got on it.
But now you got like if you got some titty meat, it's probably like I ain't got much.
You
titty
got a
meat.
big nipple or a small nipple?
I'm probably I'll go. On a scale of 1 to 7.
He got
I'll go
like
a
like medium.
medium. What?
All these niggas walk around with their shirts off. So
Y'all got some
especially
medium
this
vest?
guy, he walk around with his shirt off all the time.
First of all, is after my
at this conversation.
first of all, it's after an extraneous workout. I'm letting my pores breathe. So
I exfoliate my nipples.
wait, what?
That's what you just said, pretty much.
I
You
exfoliate.
You
my
should.
Wait, how you exfoliate it? Wait. Let me
You
get back to
just
my other
wash
part.
it with an exfoliator.
Yeah, the same way you
Skin.
exfoliate everything
Hey,
else.
I didn't know it was dead skin.
You probably
What do you mean?
exfoliate them without knowing.
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know you exfoliated nipple.
Okay. Yeah, you
You
just go
exfoliate
around
your
the
whole
nipple
body.
when you exfoliate
So you
your
just
body?
clean your nipple.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, man. Y'all be
But
using. Nigga, you exfoliate, bro. Don't ever tell a nigga I ain't exfoliating, bro. You know, that's like nigga, I
Say it
don't
with your
exfoliate.
chest.
Nigga, I wash my ass. Nigga, it's the same thing, bro. Oh, all right, bro.
Say it with your chest. Nah.
But no, what was my first one was when y'all say it's guys out here like so. Y'all don't have to answer this person, but like y'all encountered guys that said, or you conversed with guys that said, I would rather I get my nipples touched than get head. Bree, you have the floor.
There was one guy who I was like, I'm done. He's like, all right, well, finish me. And instead of like,
Goddamn, Mortal
instead of anything
Kombat.
else, he's
Finish him.
yeah, whatever.
I'm weak. Oh my god.
But no, he's like, just play with my nipples, and so I just.
That was to finish him?
Yeah.
All right, man, I'm done. Y'all can finish the episode. Oh, my God.
Oh, wait, he can't.
Similar.
Yeah.
Similar.
I didn't have to do anything else.
Hey,
I
I mean,
just,
hey, well, to each his own.
like I was a DJ.
Similar.
Like a
What?
DJ?
Similar.
Wait, you was scratching his nipple like a DJ?
Yeah. Like.
To each his own.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's
Similar.
Just,
I had a similar
Okay.
situation.
Well, the reason I brought this up is because I see a lot on Twitter, Instagram, social media, and then recently with the WAP video, the strength, like I don't like it, but everyone's like, oh my God,
You
there's
don't like the song?
No, I mean I like the
Or
song.
the video?
I like both of them.
And what do you not like?
No, I don't like the statements that are being made about the
About
video.
it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why. Where
Aw.
it's like, oh my God, why are they talking about their pussy and this and that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, we do the same thing about talking about them as far as fellas and stuff like that. And then it's like, why can't women? Like,
we talk about our dicks too.
right, but
All
it's
the
like,
That's the funny part to me. It's not even like, oh, we only talk about women. We talk about our shit too. Like that's what confused me when niggas was coming. Oh, how would you want your daughter? I was like, there are so many songs and niggas be like, I got a big dick. Like nigga, they're candy stick. What is it? Or candy
candy shop.
Magic-
shop? Or
magic
magic stick.
Magic stick,
Magic
yeah.
stick. What do you think that's about?
But like,
My
there's
bad. I
so
cut you
many.
off.
There's so many songs before WAP that's like WAP.
Right.
Do you,
So it's just like, but this song.
Y'all do this for like a virgin?
It's so many songs that's already like WAP. So I'm
Right.
just, to me, it's like, well, why this song? Like,
I-
now? Why this? Like, why? It's like not. It's like unwarranted.
It's just an appropriate.
It's like a
scapegoat.
random,
It's an
like-
appropriate scapegoat. That's all.
Now I always roll with my fellas through thick and thin. You know, tough times, light
There must
times,
have been
but.
some real hard times.
He's
Bro,
rolling on the man train.
She's pretty
No,
witty
she's
over
quick
here.
with it.
She's
Yeah,
quick with the
quick
wits.
with it.
Quick with the wit, Brick. Hey. Okay. Somebody else.
Somebody was calling her.
Oh,
Getting a booty call.
okay.
Brady's getting a booty call, y'all, on the Skype.
At 2 p.m.
It's
a booty snack.
Hey.
Set up the OnlyFans.
WAP. She got that WAP, y'all.
Only
Make
one
that
fan.
Speaking of,
And he pays.
Wait, he paying? That's kind of backwards, but never mind.
That's what
what's
you
the-
do on
Only
the
one?
OnlyFans.
I know. All right. So when my wig come everywhere, you know,
Oh, I get it, because it's only ones. And he's like, why would he pay?
Yeah, I got the joke.
yeah.
But he be paying. That's
No. I really okay. What I'm saying with the fellas, I really,
we hear.
it really does bother me because especially we fellas and because I'm just saying male. All right, we are the dominant species, you know, man, masculine stuff like that. But I really feel like a lot of the stuff that we say and we perpetrate on women, especially in a sexual sense, really hinders them from being more of themselves and explorative. You know what I'm saying? And like, I'm really, really not cool with the very, very degrading the sexual double standard of women just like expressing themselves, especially in a public view. You know what I'm saying? Because the motherfuckers do it in the club, they do it like, but it's like I like the song. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna replay the shit because it's only so many times I'm finna be saying WAP. You know what I'm saying?
I saw a meme that said men are just mad that they can't sing it. Like, tell us why y'all really mad.
And I don't get like, okay.
I mean, you can sing it, man. It's okay.
Does the standard bother y'all as women though?
No. To me, it's just this is a non-issue. It's not that it's not that deep to me. This is like kind of the same old story. We always hear this like, when like it's like.
It's more of the same.
Ooh, it's more of the same. I could argue that over sexualization does exist, and we may see more of an influx of artists that are more sexual than not, especially in women and what sells. However, that doesn't mean women aren't multidimensional. You know what I'm saying?
Multi-dimensional. I thought you said
like the girl, multifaceted. Both, apply. The woman Suki, the rapper.
Suki Hana.
She's married, with kids. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't think that listening to her music or just looking at her Instagram. You know what I'm saying? You can think one thing, but men are one track minded, and so like when they see a woman presented one way, they think that she's only that way. And that's just not the case. Now, I'm not saying that that's the case for every one of these female rappers. I'm sure there are very shallow female rappers that are making it, like riding that whole, I call them thong rappers.
A thong rapper. That is so cool.
I call them thong rappers. And, I have a fair few that I like, that are worth listening to, because I like the ones that are like lyricists more so than not. But there's a place for all kind of rappers. Now, do the other rappers get as much light? No. Like Rhapsody and Leaky Kelly. I don't really know how to pronounce her name. She got the mask on her face all the time. Licky, whatever her name is. I forgot. Y'all know who that
Licky
is?
Lick?
I gotta look it up. I don't know really how to pronounce it. And then like who else?
No Name.
No Name. Who,
Wait, she ain't got
I
no
don't
name?
really fuck with her because she
I
was
love No
going
Name.
on my
Who was
on
No
my
Name?
man.
She going in on
said
your
you
man.
J. Cole?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's Shorty.
Yeah.
She really took what he said way out of context.
Tierra Whack too. Y'all
I
know
love
who
Tierra Whack.
So like
And,
artists like that, like they have following and they're good and they're making it, but that's not who you see.
Rico Nasty.
Rico
I like
Nasty.
Rico Nasty.
I don't
Lady
know
London is my favorite female rapper right now.
I don't know none of these people y'all saying like a motherfucker.
I like Rico Nasty.
I fuck with Rhapsody though. She got bars like a motherfucker. Okay, so what? All right. Would you?
So that's how I feel about it. It's
Bree,
gonna be
you
more
haven't-
songs like that, and niggas gonna be mad again. It's like
I just don't get like. This is the thing. You approach girls like that, they do that, but then you don't want your daughter to do that, or you
that's
like,
the
oh,
double
like,
standard.
like I just find that so fucking backwards. Like, maybe I'm just how I am, as logical as a thinker I am, but I just understand that if I have a daughter, it's about a strong 86% chance she's gonna do some wild out shit. It just is what it is. She's a human being first and foremost, and she is a female. And who am I? Even though I am the father, and I would want the best for my child, to regulate her expressing herself to get the best out of the best version she wants of herself. If that makes any sense. So, like the only thing I did agree with them on with as far as with the just dealing with the WAP video, I don't understand what Kylie Jenner was in there.
Me neither. Get that bitch out of there.
That was
Get
useless
her
as
out.
hell. But I just really I don't know. I just feel like anytime a woman really is expressive of any type of sexual manner, it's always so much pushback, especially for black women. Like, I feel like with white women, well, most of the time we don't even see.
That's another double standard.
Yeah, that's one big double standard. Like, white women particularly aren't seen from my optic making songs like that. Like, y'all can think of any like white artists talking about like WAP and anything in that general.
JoJo. Yeah, there's artists,
yeah.
but see, because they're white,
Miley
it'll
Cyrus,
be painted.
when she was raunchy, she did.
It'll be painted differently because they're white. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't like that.
And it'll be looked at differently by black people and by white
Well, I
people.
mean,
because
black
see,
women have always been
over sexualized.
But this is the thing. I think
and hyper sexualized.
Right. What's good for someone else is not good
It's
for
not
them.
good.
I
We're
mean-
seen differently.
Yeah. I mean, that goes even like with little like black girls. Black girls are always seen as being too fast, too grown. From so early, they're looked as being, to this, to that from the get go. But with the white and black, we've known for the longest time that black women are the most disrespected. So even you see it with the feminist movement, all that kind of stuff, we know that no matter how advanced white women get, no matter how advanced any race of woman gets, black women are going to be the last to reap the benefits. So white women can go out here and talk about their pussy, talk about this, and this, and they can reap the benefits. And shit, that's what Kylie does. That's how Kylie got all her shit, is because she's this. She can be sexy, all this kind of stuff. But when black women do it, we're going to be the last to be accepted to do it. Like, we have to have this ulterior motive.
And most of the time, we started it.
Exactly. We
And
are
so
the
that's the irony.
trendsetters.
So, like, we started all this shit. Literally everything. And so it's like, we see it, and we see all these people appropriating and getting money, like, when it comes to dance, when it comes to clothing. When I see all these, like, clothing lines, like, all these white girls just posted up in like hip hop wear, you know, urban wear and shit. Like, nigga, y'all got that shit. Like, the fuck, like seriously. And it's like that's all I see, all up and down like my timeline. And it's like it's so funny because like even black people would prefer to see white people. Black people don't realize that we're still conditioned to like prefer seeing white people on screen more than black people. That's why you still see colorism. You know what I'm saying? That's why black people, black people are a lot of the time like, no, she's too dark, get a lighter girl. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, until we can come to terms with that, you know, it ain't gonna really be not a lot of change. You know what I'm saying? It's just an offset of racism.
You know, I'm sorry, it's gonna like be a slight switch, but when you said that you wanted to talk about sexual double standards, I did not think it was like gonna be like this kind of sexual double standard.
Then switch it up.
Like, huh?
Then switch it up.
No, I mean we could talk about this. I just thought it was gonna be like hey, okay, like. You know, guys having a lot of partners versus women having a lot of partners.
No, we can talk
know,
about
go
it
there,
too.
you know, like,
We
go
can
there.
dive
I
It just happened
I know,
to
yeah. It just happened
to veer this
that's what I was
way.
saying. I was just like, I didn't.
So
come
let's-
on,
we
man.
can
Let's
definitely-
go.
Me on the couch. There's
Let's
no.
bring
know
it
this.
around.
We know
Yeah,
this.
we
I
can
was
definitely
just-
bring it around because I was complete with my thought, and I think that wrapped that up. I think y'all got the gist. So let's bring it around. Sound like SpongeBob.
I mean, I don't like to hog the mic. You feel
I
me?
don't watch
So
SpongeBob
Gary,
enough.
he said bring it
No,
around.
I just use that as a one
When he
of
was
the.
blowing bubbles, that was his blowing bubbles
No,
exercise.
I mean that's definitely great.
You know, because I
points.
did want to bring in like what are some double standards as far
that's
as
a-
men and women that are like
But
bother
that
you
is-
that don't
that
bother
is
you.
one.
Oh, what?
Can I say this? I think this might bring it together. So I wanted to say earlier with the whole WAP thing and the double standard with that. My thing, so I'm past the part of being like flabbergasted that men don't like to hear us talk about our pussy, all that kind of stuff. One, because it's in the sense that a lot of times we are raised to think that men own women through sexuality, through all that kind of stuff. It's like we are submissive to men, all that stuff. So us owning that by how a lot of black men are raised and men in general are raised, that's going against what they're raised to believe. And so that's why they're like going to be pushing up against it. But like
especially in the South.
especially in the South. Especially in the South. And especially if she's making money off of that and people are okay with that. Yeah, no.
She's from Houston, so it's also another thing.
It messes
where-
up the supposed family dynamic.
Yeah.
Which is,
And
man, as far as financial and all of that. Not to say, but, you know, that's the thing. It's like the dynamics are changing. Like, what men fail to realize is that women are very submissive to the man that deserves it, or the man, you know what I'm saying? Like, women will automatically get more willing to be submissive if the man is worth it, if the man is, you know, doing all the right things, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but she's still gonna be, but that doesn't mean that she's not gonna be not submissive, you know, also assertive at the same time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, it's okay.
yeah. But with
It's okay.
with that it's okay.
They be so scared, like,
Yeah.
it's okay, like.
Well, a lot of men get their feelings hurt.
Yeah,
a lot of men
exactly.
just have no spine. So, like, if they have something that hurts some part of their ego and or pride, then it becomes their mission to not only write that, but then also to make the other person feel like shit for it. So then it becomes that kind of
Challenge.
that whole challenge, and then you kind of get that overbearing. You know, you can't do this and you can't wear that, and
I
you
own
can't
it, yeah.
and that's where that ownership
Yeah.
comes from, because it's like, if I don't claim that ownership, then she's free to be claimed by anybody else, and I don't have the tools to
keep
combat
her
that.
without
So
doing.
I
I'd
think
rather
that's
keep it
why
in a
daughter
cage.
scenarios come up so much. That's
Yeah.
why they compare women to their daughters that aren't even born yet, is because they put them in the same role of like, I am your
Yeah.
whatever.
Ooh.
Yeah.
and
But
yeah, definitely.
the whole ownership thing.
yeah.
Men were brought into a lot of good positions versus where women had to work for it back in those times. So it's like you don't really have that sense of like they don't want to try. You know what I mean? It's like I don't really want to try. So therefore, I would rather just keep you in a cage rather than do the work to actually
that's
keep
entitlement.
you. And right, the entitlement is
To
that
acknowledge you're a
the
human.
man is it's the man was seen as a catch, and it was the woman who had to work up enough to be the one to marry the
Keep
man,
him, to
marry into the good family, and all that. So it was like you never saw men being put in those positions like that, and it just kind of grew and grew and grew and expanded, and then we included technology and all of that kind of shit happened, and it's just like just a slippery slope. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say. As far as like the double standards, this is an interesting question probably to wrap it.
Hold on, I think Bree. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna bring it together.
Yeah, she been waiting over this. She been
This one, no,
like her body been on.
No,
But I got one more thing.
The thing that bothers me about the conversation that the WAP video brought up now is like, okay, what you're talking about, men like to have their nipples fucked with, right?
Yes.
They don't understand, men do not understand how much this whole double standard they hold women to, talking about their sexuality, holds men from getting sexually pleased. Because the more that you say this is a woman's thing, is the less that you're gonna get that woman thing in the bed.
Keep
you
it
like
in,
your nipples
keep it
fucked
shut
with?
in, and
Yeah.
and then his guy's like, oh, you like your nipples to fuck with? And he's like, no, man, you don't like this shit. And like secretly, he's like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. And then you hold women
Why
to
do
that
men be so
standard.
worried about pleasing other men? But
It's wild to me.
like
it's
that's
so
such
wild.
it's
Yeah.
so warped. And them be the
So
main
wild.
ones that be like homophobic, but like you worried about what this next nigga is thinking about you. Like
And-
worry about the bitch you fucking is thinking about the fuck.
You know what really kicks me is like when
Sorry, did
men,
that tie up
Yeah,
your
yeah,
thought?
no.
My bad.
I
Yeah,
thought it
yeah.
was a good
Okay,
transition.
okay, that was
Get us
perfect.
back
That's
there.
perfect. I don't understand when men like they come into like damn, I lost my thought. Fuck. What were you talking
I
about?
said
What do you-
what
Worried
I
about the next man.
worry about the next man. Worry about
the bitch.
Worry
you
about the
please.
bitch.
She said bitch.
That is not.
Candace said it. Candace said it.
That ain't twisting
She
your
did.
nipples because you don't know how to tell her.
Right.
Candace said it, not me.
I don't
Like
know.
that's what I was gonna say. So like if you are sitting here and you're complaining about what a guy is doing with his woman, that's one thing. It's like I just don't understand that. It's like you say something is like quote unquote gay, but he's literally doing that with his woman. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just that always like freaks me out where it's like, man, you can really like get into that layerness where they're just like, I see something as gay no matter what. You know what I mean? And I get that. Sure, fine. But, in a sense with stuff like that, especially it's like you're doing too much.
Okay, when you're making this statement, are you saying it this point you're making about when the guy says gay, are you saying that they're probably saying it with like what gay is, like same sex, or just because a lot of times when a man's like, oh, that's gay, it's usually just like soft.
No, like saying like I wouldn't do that because that's activity for two men.
Right, that's what I'm asking. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
no.
See, a lot of times when a guy says, like,
Oh,
because
yeah,
I
know,
done caught myself sometimes when I say it, I'm
substitute
not,
the word for that. Yeah,
I'm not saying
No,
like,
I'm talking about-
oh,
no,
it's
I'm talking
gay.
about-
It's like, oh,
no,
you
I'm
just
talking
being
about like
soft.
guys
Gay.
being like, no,
Oh, okay.
like Kevin Hart,
Okay.
no, stop, that's gay. Like, when he did that, like,
Okay.
yeah, that's just weird to me. But that's another double standard. But sorry, that's what I was gonna say. What is, because we never hear about this for real, what is a double standard where the women catch the negative?
Having multiple partners?
No.
I don't think
You're
nowadays.
misunderstanding what I'm saying. So that would be where the men catch the negative because they're the double standard where they look at the women for having a lot when they have a lot and they don't apply the same nature. So that's the men catching the negative. I'm talking about what's a double standard where the women.
But the men aren't called hoes in that.
No, I know that. No, I'm agreeing with you.
it's-
What I'm
you
saying
thinking
is,
the surface,
what is
he's
a
like
double
inside.
standard?
A double standard that women hold against
Hold
men.
the negative.
That
No, not against men. Just what.
Domestic violence?
That's a good
Domestic
one. Yeah, that's a good one.
violence?
Where yes,
Yeah.
that's a good one. So that's one where women don't catch nearly as much flack as men.
And I be trying to let women know,
for
like,
doing-
I'm not for violence at all.
and yet they are just
And I know
they are just as usually just in sexual
Sexual
harassment.
Sexual harassment.
Definitely.
Sexual harassment.
Women be
Okay, break it down.
abusing, women
Break it
be
down to
abusing
me.
the fuck out of that. Like
Especially-
women be
Stalking.
thinking that it's
Yeah.
okay to hit niggas just because they think that men ain't allowed to hit them. So they just be
Yeah.
like basically asking to get hit. So they
Okay,
be
now I get it.
literally
I'm sorry to cut you
abusing
off.
they
You see what I'm
men.
saying?
Yeah.
They be
okay.
literally
Right.
and then when the man hit them back, it's like oh, he hit me, but bitch, you been like fucking, you stabbed him already
Yeah.
5 times. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
the fuck?
This nigga's
Like, this
bleeding,
type of-
bitch. What you think?
Y'all
Like,
in
those
debt
type-
because you sent him to the hospital.
Those type of women, like, they exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
They're-
that's what I'm
they're
saying,
real.
Where, yeah, like,
And
like
they make
that.
it hard for the women who actually go through domestic violence
I hate
with
that.
their male spouse. So it's like when you have women like that, it's like, all right.
I've been literally lied on. Like I've literally had the phone on the phone with the police, and I was trying to kick a significant other off my property, and she was literally like 6 feet. Oh, you remember this? She was literally like 6
You
feet
got
away
5
from
minutes
me.
to tell the story.
She was 6 feet away from me, and she's screaming into the phone. He's hitting me. Like while I'm on the phone with dispatch. Yeah.
Oh
So,
shit,
like,
that was a
I'm
wild
literally
time.
not
That's
hitting
okay.
her.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
literally on the
like
phone. with
I'm
you.
screaming into the phone, like I'm literally telling them, like I'm running away from her as she's yelling. I was like, I know
Can
you
I
hear her,
FaceTime
but
you?
They
I
be
was like-
crazy.
FaceTime you.
Oh yeah. So
like stuff
that-
like that. It's like, what the
I hate
hell?
that.
It's wild. And that night she like hit me. Like I'm literally bloody. My shirt was ripped off, and I'm
Yeah.
on the phone. That's why I literally called the cops because I was like, you got to go.
That and what did you say, Brittany? What was the other one?
Sexual harassment. Yeah,
Sexual
I
harassment.
personally
Yes,
hate
it
the
is.
sexual
So it's a lot
harassment
of,
one.
you know, y'all seen the
Lot of
teachers,
women. Lot of
with the
women.
lady teachers. It's a lot of cases of
Yeah.
these white women lady
Yeah.
teachers molesting
They
them.
horny,
Women
bro.
are
They've been watching X videos.
You
very
know,
guilty of
taking
sexual
advantage of
harassment.
these young boys who obviously are going through all these hormonal
I mean,
fucking changes.
They none
You
of them
know
take
what,
advantage of
Boosie?
me, man.
Boosie bought
Boosie bought
a
his-
whole
bought
ass
his
like
son,
prostitute for
Jesus.
his like 14th birthday,
Yeah.
16th,
He
something
said,
like
I
that.
think he said 13.
13,
if
yeah,
I'm not
no.
mistaken.
Yeah, that's a little too much.
He said he
bro.
got
That's
his dick
all
sucked
too much.
at
awful,
13.
awful.
That's ridiculous.
If
It's
you
awful.
buying, if you buying your son a prostitute at 13, there is nothing to brag about there for none of you.
You don't buy a prostitute.
Like
for
nobody involved.
Yeah.
The prostitute, Boosie, the son, nobody involved.
Did he?
Literally
So
can
that
say
just goes
anything
to
good
show in
about
his
that
mind he
situation.
didn't realize that it was rape.
Yeah, no, of course not.
Boosie don't seem like someone who knows what rape is. If it was
You
the
right.
other way,
No,
You're right.
Boosie does know exactly what rape is. That's the
because he
problem.
went to prison.
People like him, people like him,
'Cause
people
he
like
went
him
to
know
prison,
exactly-
so-
people know
Prison.
like he
Prison.
knows exactly what rape is. Like,
I'm weak.
which is why he's so able to bullshit around.
Shame on you, Boosie, and I be rooting for you
and
for
he
all
works
my
at my
life.
gym. He
But
works
that
out
was
at my
just a
gym.
big
He works
party
at his
foul.
gym.
He works out at my gym. No,
Big party foul. on
you
that
ain't
one.
gonna get any muscles. Weak. You can fight me in there,
No,
Boosie. I'll be there Monday through
Do
Friday.
y'all think that little boys are like his son would be? Do you think like boys? I know boys get damaged from it,
Let's
but
make this
I know
quick.
it's a different damage than how girls kind of get damaged from situations like that. I guess
Oh, it's very damaging. I mean,
I know it's damaging, but like, how do you think his son will?
Honestly, it's all within him.
I mean, everything is
but
within
he
the
has to
person.
know that he did not want that. He has
If his
to know
son
he
did,
not want
this,
that.
okay, now maybe
No, like the son himself, he has to know whether that's an attractive
Yeah.
woman. You're 13 years old. This woman is 20 years older than you. Like you don't.
And
want
I don't-
that.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because just like how little kids are racist because their dad is
Yeah.
sitting there telling
And
their
racist
6-year-old
with they whole
don't
heart.
like black
But-
kids, that little 13-year-old boy has been conditioned to think
To
that this
Conditioning,
is fine.
Since he was little.
conditioning and consent is different. So like, all right, you remember like,
But you can be conditioned the opposite
consent,
to
right.
consent.
Yeah.
So it's like
True,
we're
and
all
very true.
we're
Like,
all conditioned and we're all
Yeah.
conditioned on a certain level. So he could be conditioned either way. Either
Yeah.
way, he's been conditioned since he was young. So
Definitely.
whether or not he was conditioned to say yeah or conditioned to say no, he's conditioned.
But
And so since he
How
was
you- how you
younger,
sitting there with a little boy.
since he was
Yeah.
younger, his dad, I'm sure his dad had naked girls around him since he
Yeah.
was real little.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
question. So when y'all were younger and you had, you know how like your mom, black, especially black families, you know how your mom would make you go hug her, go hug her, go hug her.
My mama
Like
never
your
did that.
grandma, go hug her neck, go hug
yeah.
someone.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like you know,
I've
like
had-
there's I ain't never
I
met
mean,
her before. I don't want to hug her.
I'm not making that mandatory.
I grew up in the business, and it was like that was just the weirdest. Like That was weird. It was like men and women where you were just like, oh yeah, come on, oh yeah.
I'm not making
Yeah.
my kids hug nobody.
Oh, no,
Exactly.
it's
I'm
just,
not touching
But
nobody.
I'm saying, like, you know the difference in that, and like that's still consent in a
sure,
sense.
but I also hadn't been conditioned to think that was okay in
Yeah.
the slightest bit. So
Fair.
like, where
That's very
at a
fair.
young age, at 6 years old, where Boosie is sitting there showing his 6-year-old Playboys and stuff, because he was very open with that. Oh yeah, I showed my son, naked women from a young age. Da 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 da. He's seen naked women walking through the house. Da da da. So when you're conditioned like that, then it does not matter. That at 13, you think that
he's
is
far
what
gone.
you're
Like
supposed to do.
he's
way too far
already
gone.
he's
and that's
far
what that's
gone.
what I mean.
All
Where
the
it's
therapy
like,
he's gonna need. He needs a college fund of therapy.
man, I mean, well, here's the thing. He probably won't, because he's never going to get out of that situation, because
I hope he does.
those kind of situations are whirlpools where you just literally try to climb out, and he's not going to be able to break that. Like people like Boosie.
Okay, just my thought on this. So,
It could go the other way around though, because then again, a naked body is a naked body. Because there are other people who grow up around naked bodies all the time and end up perfectly fine. It's just the context.
Like I said, the conditioning.
What
It's the conditioning.
also, what if he's gay? What if he's gay? And he knows
that
he
could
really
be a
don't
thing
want
too.
it.
Well, then it really don't matter.
I mean, I definitely feel like
Go ahead.
Boosie has made some very, questionable comments.
Yeah, about
Boosie be liking. Never mind. Yeah, go ahead.
them.
My
be the
thought of
ones.
that-
Them be
So-
the
Ain't
ones.
seeing him working out, y'all.
all right. So, just to make it quick, and we can end the episode with that. With the Boosie thing. So, it is different for different people. This is why I say it's the person, but also it's the surrounding environment, family, friends that welcomes that person to be themselves. So, me, I was watching porn since like 8. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't no condition or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying?
That is part of your conditioning.
That is
Watching
conditioning.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, but
You
I did
waited
it on
till
my
11 o'clock
own.
on Cinemax.
I did it on my own. There was
Still
no
conditioning.
It's still-
Okay,
it doesn't-
well, I
someone
condition
doesn't
my-
have to give you.
Okay, so
Your
then I
your thoughts of sexuality was conditioned from
Yeah.
you watching porn at 8.
Okay, so I just knew.
Same.
Okay, I just knew I like women. Women is just a beautiful thing to me, and so at 13, I also knew like I wanted, like I ain't had sex with women, but like I felt that. You know what I'm saying? So I did. I think it is different, but I think with mine.
But did you? If someone bought a prostitute for you,
Oh, I would have tried. I would have fucked. It wouldn't have
and
been
it was
like
your father,
I would have done it. I wouldn't have felt no pressure. I wouldn't have felt no. I would have been like, "Thank you, father. Thank you for the
That's what
pussy."
I'm saying.
You know
That's
what I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying.
that's why I think it's different for guys too. Also, because guys are definitely more ready for sex earlier than women are, generally speaking.
Well, that's the way.
generally
It's,
speaking,
that's
not
the
that
way
women
it's
aren't ready
pushed.
early, but
That's the way it's pushed. It's like breed.
yeah,
Go forth.
Go
Whereas
forth. and
women, it's like wait. Until
And see,
I
that's
find
why I want.
someone
But
for
see,
you
that's
to
why.
touch.
That's why I wanted to make a point. I never felt pushed though.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. But that's my point, is that you never felt pushed, and that's
You
the
don't have to
result
feel
of
pushed.
hundreds of years of
Yeah.
men being pushed to just be that.
Yeah.
To literally black men for
Yeah.
just the purpose of going to fuck. Like literally.
'Cause
And
that
that's why
porn
we're
you were
seeing-
watching-
So you're saying
that's
this is
why we're
internal?
seeing- yes, that's why we're
from-
seeing the way we're seeing in
all of
porn.
us are
You ever
conditioned.
notice
Okay.
the way we're seeing in porn? Is
Yeah.
I just always
the
like
way we're
women from a young
labeled-
age.
You ever see the way we're
not
labeled in porn
refuting
as
you liking
young
women.
black
That's not
bull?
a question.
No, I'm just trying to
breeds
understand
white,
like
you know?
the
No,
conditioning,
I'm just
like
saying.
the
We're all-
internal
saying.
part of the
We're,
condition.
we're all conditioned
I know.
just
Okay.
because of where we're all conditioned. Just know
Yeah.
that.
I just shit at a young
We
age.
all are.
Yeah.
Since 5
Yeah.
to 6, I just knew
That's conditioning.
women with
Yeah.
bodies is the thing for me.
See, I like men and women, and I knew I liked boys and girls since elementary school. I knew since elementary school. But because of like the porn I'd watch, because I'd have to wait until 11 o'clock on Cinemax, like I couldn't just watch it on.
Oh no, my homeboys and them had VHSs, so we would
See,
watch those.
we didn't have that. But it was just like all the stuff that I could watch was man, woman,
Right.
and it was a man pounding a woman.
Right.
Ain't no clitorius, ain't none of that.
No kind of
Just
It
a
was
bunch of very
Balls,
it's just
ugly balls.
I ain't
And
gonna
a
lie,
bunch of,
balls
like-
are ugly. No,
a bunch
pause,
of like
but they are
white
ugly.
sex.
Yeah,
just vanilla
and
vanilla
low
white
lighting.
sex.
But
And I literally just meant like white peoples, and they have sex different than black people.
Very
oh
much
my
so.
God, we have to talk about that. Well, I
So
don't
that's
know.
another episode for another day.
But we finna get up
But
out of
then
here.
you got
though.
mixed
Oh, that's right.
sex.
You haven't had sex with the
That's how I became about
Anglo-Saxon.
No.
Yeah.
trash. I knew
Yeah,
I
it
was
is
born.
I've
Very
not had sex with an
I'm
American
sorry.
white girl. Never had sex with an American white girl.
American.
I know that shit was boring.
All right.
Well, my
So-
mom used to be.
Thanks for
We
coming.
finna
to
get
our
up out of here,
TikTok.
guys.
What?
This was a good
I
conversation.
missed that. What happened? Okay. Anyway.
I think they're gonna
We
probably
bonded
text
after
it.
show.
Yeah, that was a big bond. We finna get up out of here. Our time has ran out. Bye.
Maybe we bitch say.
Make sure again, y'all hit that subscribe button on the YouTube page. Subscribed. That's what you should see when you're done.
ED.
Awesome. ED. Right.
Past tense.
Past ten, all them words, all them grammar school words. You feel me? Also, make sure y'all subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and Spotify for all your listening pleasures. If the visuality ain't what you trying to look at, so as always, it's your boy MP with my man to the right
Mr. Gray.
and the lady of the couch.
Candace Joy.
Hey, and the videographer with the most. And let's thank our guest who might have her back again. Wink, wink. Mrs. Bree, if you want to call her that.
Bree. Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
You're
No
welcome.
problem, no
You're welcome.
We up out of here. Talk to y'all later. Yes, sir.